Hello, friends. It's the end of the year. Holy crap. That went fast. I feel like I was just here last year. So this is my last post of this year of 2022 because I'll be going away to celebrate Hogmanay. And it's been an amazing ride. It's been a year of self-discovery. Um, I spent a lot of it sitting in this chair in a boot, which actually taught me a lot. So, by God's grace, lessons are always learned. So, ending the year by clearing out stuff. That is one of the themes of Hogmanay, in addition to celebrating the crap out of the new year, right? It's letting go of stuff. So we do the ritual cleaning, right, which is called redding, right? We do that ritual cleaning. But we can also do spiritual internal cleaning too. And that's, not just smudging your house or smoking your house, I think is the other word for it. It's sort of that internal work. I think some people call it shadow work, right? Which hopefully you do throughout the year, and you're not waiting until today to kind of bundle it all up and letting it all go. So how do you let go of stuff? Well, you look back over the year and you think, okay, here are the things that went well, and praise be, and here are the things that didn't go so well, right? And you can write it down. I have to write things down. I actually have to write it on paper because I'm old and I don't know, typing it just doesn't, I don't know, to me doesn't feel as if I'm letting it go. It feels like I'm writing a paper, which I do like to do, but not with my personal stuff. Um, so what are the things that that you let go of, right? Well, person, place, things, right? It's the whole noun category, right? So situations that just didn't go the way you thought they would. There might have been some relationships that you had in your life that just didn't work out. That just didn't they didn't come to fruition the way you thought they would, right? And it's okay. It's okay. We wish them the best. We wish them well, but we wish them gone, right? Or, we wish them well, we wish they weren't gone, whatever the case may be. But we accept that they are gone, and we let that go, right? I had a person or two this year that I had to let go of. In some cases, they chose to let me go, and I have to just accept that, or I've chosen to let them go, and they'll have to accept that, right? So there are people, right? And that could be family, it could be friends, it could be coworkers, colleagues, um, you know, people that in your neighborhood, whomever, right? Sometimes it's really big and dramatic, like a loved one, or a partner or something like that. And sometimes it's just like, some random person that was part of your life that you're like, you know what? Don't need that energy. But then think about all the people that you welcomed into your life. I have been so blessed really, really beyond measure with the amazing people that have come into my life in the last year and in the last few months, really. Some really just great new friends that I enjoy spending time with and being with. That's you, Ghosty. And that that's also you, Scott. Right. So I've made new friends and I've gotten closer to some new people, and I don't really miss the people that I let go of. I mean, I know that sounds terrible, but I let them go. And then at New Year, it's just solidifying that. So you write it down on paper, you say your final goodbye, you say your final take care, and you move on with the world, and you move into the new year with clean space and great positive relationships. What about work situations? What about school situations if you're in school? You didn't get that grade that you wanted. You didn't, you know, learn what you thought you were going to learn. Like, what do you do then? You let it go. And that's hard, right? Because you paid money, maybe, if you're in college. You paid money to go to school, so you feel like it's a loss. But is it a loss? I mean, you learned something. You either learned that you didn't like that topic, or you learned that school isn't for you, or, you learned, American history from 1902 onwards. Whatever you learned, right? You learned something. And you can walk away and say, you know what, this is what I learned about myself. This is what I learned about the topic. and, I can let the rest go. College is not for everybody. Graduate school is not for everybody. Medical school is not for everybody. Law school is not for everybody. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to say, you know what? This isn't my jam. I have a different jam in line. And that's okay, right? Be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself, right? Um, I can have a short temper sometimes, and I get very upset with myself when I have a short temper. I can be very impatient, and I get very upset with myself when I'm impatient. Um, that just happened not too long ago, that I got really impatient. I don't know, I genetically inherited this ability to get upset over tiny stuff that doesn't really, really matter. And in the moment, I'm like, I can't get out of it. It gets like a little spiral. It's not, obviously I'm not throwing dishes or throwing chairs at people, obviously. But like I get upset with myself for being impatient, for being such a Zen person and then getting impatient. So that's like shadow work that I'm going to work on in the new year. Breathing. I get very nervous in a car. I get very, very nervous on the highway, and I do a lot of driving. So, and I want to spend my retirement driving around. So I'm gonna have to get over that. But I get very, very nervous near tractor trailers. I don't know if in a previous life I was in an accident with a tractor trailer, but I really am terrified of them. And as I get older, I get more and more paranoid when we're driving. And so I need to work on that. Like that's like something that really, really, I really, really struggle with. Because I like to travel. I love to travel, and I do travel. So, um, there's things that you have to work on. And I think the thing that I really want to make sure that I pay attention to in the new year is not being falsely led by social media. Everybody looks perfect on social media. Like nobody has problems. And look at all this cool stuff and all this great food that I'm eating and blah, blah, blah. That's all great. But we all have a shadow side. Carl Jung said it, right? How can I be this if I don't have a shadow? And he's right about that. And I think the the false nature of social media makes everybody look like they're living this perfect life. And statistically, we know that people are sad, people are committing suicide, people are doing more drugs and acting out in horrible ways because they're not happy, because they see this false perfection and they're like, well, I can't be perfect, so let me do this other thing that's not perfect. And that's causing stress in our culture, right? So I'm going to be tuning out a little bit to social media, getting back into nature where I belong. It is where my soul resides, and I have been on the bench for quite a long time because of my foot and now because of the weather. But I intend to spend a whole lot more time in nature in the coming year. And so I'm looking forward to clearing out the cobwebs and getting back into my trail runners and getting those trail runners on trails. And being okay with not being perfect. I'm not perfect, right? I'm not perfect. And neither are you. And you know what? Thank God. Thank God we're not perfect. There was one perfect guy. Look what they did to him, right? So in the new year, I hope to focus, of course, on piping and getting ready for the competition season. I was supposed to compete this past year, and I couldn't because of my foot. So I'm hoping to compete this year and doing more work with the Red Cross, or doing my work with the Red Cross. And I'm going to be eliminating things from my life that no longer serve me. I enjoy all the things I do, so it'll be a hard it'll be a it'll be a hard sorting. But I have a tendency to want to do everything, and I need to really pare down the things that I want to do. So I'll be doing that, and I look forward to a hiking season again, hosting folks here at the house, and getting out on trail myself because I really miss the trail, and I miss that lifestyle of being a wayward soul. So as you're thinking about what to clear out this year, remember that your life is filled with amazing good things. And every day, start the day being thankful and grateful. I'm going to remember to do that because I don't always remember to do that. And then my day starts off wonky. So I'm going to try to do a minute meditation when I wake up in the morning, just thanking God and thanking the universe and thanking Spirit for all the amazing blessings in my life. That I'm able to even talk to you is amazing. What a blessing. and something that wasn't around 20 years ago, right? So I am wishing all of you all the very best and brightest, all warmth and love, joy and light in 2023. Be well. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, and see you next year.